I've lost my wife. There, look. There. I have mined this node. I was here. I was here recently. Lydia, did we come in here together? Did we, Lydia? It's beginning to feel familiar. No, you've got a little bit more meat on your bones than that, Lydia. But I remember this from last night. I was listening to a podcast. It was Brian Alvarez from Figure 4 Daily. I was reminiscing about Raw from 1997. The urns, they are empty. Most of them. I remember she was stuck in a wall. Lydia doesn't get stuck in walls. Let's go through. Was I here with Lydia? Think, man. Think. Lydia, she followed me down the stairs. We came this way. I could feel her beautiful breath on my neck. It aroused me, and it made me stern and ready for the fight. To protect my wife. I fight for my family. And then I turned and there was something here and I went, ah! And Lydia and I engaged it in battle and we defeated the Draugr. It was a Draugr. And then we came further on. Morning, Az. Didn't expect you to be streaming at this time. Full of surprises. Just like when I whack my dick out, ladies go, oh, I did not expect that. And I was like, I know. But anyway, that's not important right now. We need to push on. We came through here. We were together. I was creeping back and forth. I read this book. The Mirror. It was boring, so I put it back down again. And then we started to creep. I looted those urns. I took some gold. And that book there is burnt. I attempted to read it, but to no avail. We passed on the other door and we came this way. This Draugr's body was already here. I looted it. I took its money, but I left its weapon. We then crept down here. More Draugr. Glass armor. I decided not to take it. I thought it might weigh me down. We had other things to be concerned about. She stood on here. She activated the trap and started to burn herself. And I chuckled. I was like, oh, Lydia. And then I made sure that we avoided the other traps. And then we went deeper down into this dungeon. I told her to be careful of this pressure pad. I can walk over them without activating it, but she can't. She hit it and a couple of axes went flying and I dodged out of the way and... Lydia! I cried back to her. What are you doing, woman? Be careful! She chuckled to herself. She knew I'd be okay. It was her way of saying she loved me. And then we went deeper down into the crypt. I felt the cold. It was on my shoulders. It was on the back of my neck. But we pushed onwards. I worried. I thought the coffins were going to pop. But they didn't. The lids remained sealed on some of them. I forgot about Lydia for the moment. I was more concerned about what was ahead. There was definitely Draugr, maybe Draugr lords. Maybe they had a Thuum. A Thuum that I could add with all these dragon souls inside of me. But then I remembered that I needed to concentrate on the moment. I needed to concentrate on where we were going. I needed to have my weapon ready. But nothing jumped out. Everything was silent. Everything was still. No movement. No moans. I stepped out here and then I heard the pop of a coffin. I looked down, but the lids were still sealed, and I looked to the other side and I could hear nothing but the dead drone of the Draugr. It wasn't down there. It was in front of me over here! I drew my bow and I saw it and I fired! The Draugr died immediately. It succumbed to Auriel's bow. I looted the chest, I took what I wanted, I left what I didn't need. The body had fallen. I decided not to loot it, but to leave it alone. The rest of the dungeon was more important. I could hear, again, the need to get my weapon out. 2 Draugr stood! One there! Bang! Bang! They fell. I negotiated my way around this circle. Lydia stood on it. It activated a trap of spikes! She was okay. I made sure that she followed me round so she didn't trigger it again. And then came back and looted the chest. Ebony boots? No. They would make too much noise. I needed to be lithe on my feet. Drawing an arrow, I came to this corridor. I couldn't see what was around me. This big plinth disrupting my view, but this is where the axes started to swish from side to side. And I dove through. Lydia followed. I looked ever cautiously from the side. And then to this side. Nothing. No one. Just urns and emptiness and the stench. The stench of foul air. And here we were. In the final room. Draugr just stood in the alcoves, not moving. I decided to take them out. Boom! I took him out. Switched to the side. Boom! I took him out. There was movement. The coffin had exploded. And the Draugr Lord came out. Battle commenced. Arrows flew. Magic was used. But we were successful. I then decided where we should move, where we should go next. I came forth down here. I can't recall anyone being with me. I mean, Lydia was by my side. She's always by my side. But then I got here and was confused. This door, this is definitely a doorway. You can tell the outlines. But there's no handle. There must be a handle somewhere. There must be a release that can open it up so we can escape, and I found nothing. I found nothing. Nothing inside. Nothing below. No handle. No switch. Return to the main vestibule area. To our latest battleground. Looking. Searching. There had to be another way out. And then there was. This doorway here. And it took us up and out. Into the Forsaken Cave. We were back. There was a switch. Yes, I pulled the lever. And this doorway was breached. I pushed through. I looked to where we had been. And then retreated. There were 2 polar bears. No! There were cave bears. One had died there. One had died there. And then I ran out. Where were you, Lydia? You were with me when I left here. You were with me by my side, and I thought, I'm going to start jumping on shit.
We're here to teach you a lesson.
Oh, really? I'm here to fuck you up! Where is my wife? What have you done with her, thugs? What have you done? Where have you hidden her? Where is she? Tell me! I will kill you if you don't give me the information I need! You fall, you're pathetic! You're weak! No, you could have taken Lydia. She would have crushed you. She would have destroyed you. She would have made mincemeat out of you, smashing you with axe and shield. No. You are nothing to her. You are just thugs, mindless, pathetic. You will die. You will fall. Just like these poor animals here. Lydia! Fucking wolf. Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. Final Fantasy 15 is a story about 4 members of a Japanese boy band that constantly crash their car over and over and over again in an effort to have the world's sexiest mechanic, Cindy, constantly bend over its bonnet and look to see if she can tighten any of the nuts.